What is going on, YouTube Nation? The Johnny Sparks here, bringing you another Madden 25 Ultimate Team video. I busted out a few All-Pro packs last night. I was feeling kind of silly. Broke down. I did buy 3 of them at $25K a piece. Some people gonna call that crazy, but the gamble paid off tremendously last night. So let's take a look at my lineup here. Oh, sorry, let me get out of that. Going into the wrong place. Let's take a look here. As you can see, I'm up to a 97 now. I'm not sure if I was there before or not. And as you can see right here, I got at left tackle Mr. Joe Thomas. Now, I told you guys there was no way in the world I was going to pay over 100K for this card for just a few small boosts and stats over the 93 Dwayne Brown Football Outsiders that I had there. That was the first card that I pulled out of an All-Pro pack last night. I threw it into the lineup, and then as you can see, everything else looks the same until we get over here. Now, I had Ogden there, 97 overall legendary card, and I got to comparing the stats, and believe it or not, Brown is actually better. Even though he's got a lower overall, his blocking stats are phenomenal. I have an absolutely stacked line right now. Not a single one of these linemen have a single stat below 80 except for Yondo. One of his blocking stats is below an 80, but it's an 89. Everything else is, fairly mid to high 90s. So that is how that has changed. Let's take a look here at the passing offense now. As you see, I got Mr. Jerry Rice, the GOAT himself. Now, some of you might be thinking I'm a little silly right now because, as you can see, that card clearly has chemistry. Well, in order to do that, you've got to play the solo challenge, get the collectible, put it into the collection with the legendary card that can be sold or traded, and, collect it, and you get this card back. Now, everybody knows you cannot sell or trade or anything with these cards, but here's the thing. Jerry Rice is the GOAT. His chemistry is ground and pound and short pass, which is the only 2 offensive chemistries I will run. So therefore, I decided, that's what I'm going to do. And then as you can see, I've got Mr. FB right there, number 2. And then I got the star of the week, Calvin Johnson Jr. And then, of course, still running the sharp tight end. And then my quarterback, as you can see, I got the pictureless Kurt Warner. Now, I actually got this off the block for about 50K. I don't know if somebody put it up improperly or that's what they thought it was only worth. But I went ahead and grabbed it and got rid of the Andrew Luck because the read option just wasn't working well for me. It works great for some people, phenomenal for some people. And when this Christmas promo drops, and people get that Walter Payton, that's an out-of-position player as quarterback, that's read option all day for folks. But for me, it just doesn't work. If I'm going to run, I'm just going to run it up the middle with beast mode, run people over, and that's that. Now, Kurt Warner does have a higher overall than the captain Andrew Luck. And pretty much, though, all the stats were in Luck's favor, injury, speed, agility, things like that. Luck did have better stats. However, as y'all saw, I've got a stacked O-line. Now, I will get sacked, of course. Nobody's perfect, and no offensive line is impenetrable, but it's going to happen very rarely, and I will be able to be a pocket passer. With that being said, Kurt Warner, all his passing stats, other than throw power, was better than Luck. His overall accuracy was 7 better, and then once you broke it down to, short, mid, and long, it was all better. So I went with that, and I sold Luck for about 100K. So not only did I get an upgraded quarterback for free, I actually made money for doing it. Now we're going to take a look at my defensive front here. Now we do have a change at defensive tackle. As you can see, in my number 1 spot, Mr. Wilfork here, Madden 25 Elite Edition. I did have Sap there, and I got to looking, and this card worked out perfect because, his block shedding is better than Sap. His tackling is better than Sap. He's stronger with a better power move than Sap. So I definitely went with this, not to mention, I'm getting that Zone D chemistry, so that's always, well and good. And then I got Jarrell Casey here, this week's fantasy card that just came out. I see somebody put it on the block for like $10K not long after it came out, and I went ahead and scooped it up because I got to comparing the stats to Haloti Ngata that I had there, and this is actually a better card. So I sold Haloti Ngata for like $25K. So again, not only did I get an upgraded card for free, I made coins doing it. And that's what y'all got to do. Y'all got to work that block and know, what's worth what, so you can make coins. Now, when I go to my defensive secondary here, you're going to see the best pull that I got out of a pro pack, in my opinion, out of an all pro pack. Right there, Mr. Pat Pete himself, 96 overall quarterback. Now, unfortunately, this particular one does not have the Zone D Chem that I run, but it's such a rare and expensive card. I tried everything to get the one with Zone D. Whether it be to trade for the exact same card with Zone D, or to sell this one to buy one with Zone D, and eventually I was like, you know what, I'm just going to keep it. And once I made that move with SAP, and I got that Wilfork in there with Zone D, it didn't matter. It all made up for it. So then, I'm still running the Werner. And this right here, Leon Hall, I'm telling y'all, get this card. I don't know, maybe it's just me getting lucky, I don't know, but this card be getting a lot of picks for me. Honestly, if I was to be keeping stats, I would almost guarantee you that Hall has more picks than any of my defensive secondary. And of course, still rocking the Eric Weddles, that I've been rocking since day one of the, Elite promos. And then there's the Jones that I picked up. And then, of course, my specialist, looks the exact same, except for, I did put, the road to the playoffs Pat Pete in as a punt returner. But everything else looks the same there. And then, of course, my specialist, I've got the Elite Mike Tomlin there with the plus 20 to Zone D. And, just to have a little fun, I'm rocking the Elite Steelers unis and away unis. And that's pretty much it as far as my team goes. I spent, $75K, and after I bought those 3 packs, I was down to a little over $100K. And as you can see right now, I'm sitting pretty, sitting close to $300K. Now, some people, that ain't nothing. There's a lot of people out there in MUT that got, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 million coins. I don't understand why people hold on to that many coins. I don't know. Now, I will be holding on to these because I want to see what's going to happen with the Ghost promo. Because, there may be a card or two that I want to pick up. But right now, I'm loving my team. It's doing really good for me. So right now, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to set up a giveaway here. You guys know how I operate. I do not need likes or comments for you to sub. That's not how I do things. I simply just want to give, cards to people who may need them. Somebody who doesn't have the ability to have those kind of coins that I have, or the ability to have the team that I have, but wants a good team, a budget team, as Cullenberger would say. That's all well and good. So basically all you need to do is send me a friend request on PS3. It's Johnny_Sparks. JOHNNY_SPARX, and tell me which one of these cards that you want. I'm going to put them all on the trade block. Tell me what you offer after I accept your friend request, and it's yours. It's all first come, first serve. So the first one we have here is Week 14 Fantasy middle linebacker Donald Butler. And, he's running Zone D and man defense. And there's his stats for you guys to look at. And the next card I'm going to be giving away is a Week 14 running back, Daniel Thomas from the Dolphins here. And he's running short pass and ground and pound. And there's his stats. And we got another running back coming up, Zach Stacy from the Rams, Week 15. And he is running long pass and ground and pound. And then, of course, the last one here is Anthony Cason. Not quite sure how to pronounce that name. He's a cornerback from the Cardinals. And he is running Zone D and Man D. and there's his stats right there. That's actually, for me to just be giving this card away, that could really help somebody's secondary. There's a returner for you with that kind of speed, so hopefully that can help. Again, y'all, this is all first come, first serve. Send me a friend request. I'll accept. Tell me which card that you want and what you offer on it, and it's yours. You don't have to like. You don't have to subscribe or none of that good stuff. I'm just simply trying to give back to those, who really need it. So that's pretty much going to be the end of this video. I'm not sure when I'll be doing anything else, with the holidays and everything coming up. I hope you guys, like the content that I bring. Of course, the things that I say in these videos is strictly my opinion. And keep in mind, when I tell you that a card is better than another card, it doesn't mean it's better for you. It's simply saying, hey, I run ground and pound offense. I run a zone D. That's the chems that I use. And for how I play the game, how I control the character, and what I try to accomplish, for me personally, it's better. But by no means am I simply saying it's a better card, period. But I do want you guys to pay attention to the stats. Forget the overall rating and just pay attention to the stats, because some of these cards are overrated and some of them are underrated. But this is Johnny Sparks, y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. Have a good day, YouTube.